Welcome to a whole new adventure within the Milky Way galaxy and beyond. Welcome to Mass Effect Adventum.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Mass Effect Adventum? Adventum. I think that's how you pronounce Latin. I'm not really sure. Welcome. This is our Mass Effect RPG that we're doing. I'm so excited. It's been a long time since there's been some good Mass Effect content out there, I think. So
Yeah.
let's try and tip that in the opposite direction, huh? Let's get some good stuff. I'm excited.
Me too, man.
I'm gonna not talk. I'm gonna go around the room. How about everyone just you don't even have to say your characters. Who's here?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Evan. I'm Bert's co-worker. That's just about it.
Yeah, and you're here. Thank you.
I'm here.
Heck yeah.
Hey, it's Emily Rose Jacobson here.
Yeah.
I like RPGs, and I love Mass Effect. I played Commander Shepard in a LA stage show, and so very excited to be doing more Mass Effect.
That's
things.
awesome.
Oh, was that the video
The
games?
video games I played Paragon Shepard.
I might have saw you do that before you.
She was a Southern. My Paragon ship was Southern.
Did
yeah.
you perform at GNS? Did you take that?
Oh no, I did not. We didn't do it. I wasn't there at
Okay, you
GNS
weren't
Day.
there.
No.
Yeah, but I remember
That's
that.
dope.
Crazy. What's up, guys? I'm Acevedo. I'm here. I'm really stoked. We've been trying to do this for a while now, and it's
Yeah.
finally coming to fruition. So let's do this thing, man.
And I'm Tanea Rivers. I love Mass Effect. It's my favorite RPG, action RPG.
Yup.
And yeah.
Cool.
And I am Naeem Stewart. I work at Hyper RPG. I also love Mass Effect. I've been waiting a long time to actually do this. And I'm just getting, ready to start this thing.
We've been dropping subtle hints, like
Not so subtle.
not so subtle hints, all over Hyper RPG. But I don't think anyone put it together. So.
No, they didn't.
True.
Yeah.
And then, real quick, without telling me your character much about them, I just need some names. I know you've all sent them to me, but I'm writing them down. Evan, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Volor Rao.
And- Yeah, one more time.
Volor, V-O-L-O-R.
Perfect.
Yep.
And then, Emily, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Melovia Acanis. Or Canis? Acanis. Melovia Acanis.
And just keep going around.
I am Volk Kirk. That's Vokkhirk.
Perfect. Tanea?
I am Jazeera.
Cool. That's a
Yeah.
dope name.
I like that.
And my character is George Nickens. George Nickens.
Such a hard sci-fi name to remember.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm a
What
human.
was your last name again?
Nickens.
Nickens? Okay.
With a K in the front?
Yeah, Nickens.
Oh, no K in
I
the
would have said
beginning.
Niggins. That would have been great.
I thought there was a silent K for some reason.
No.
So bear with me if I've pronouncing you guys' names wrong as we go through. I like to refer to you from here on in as your characters' names to kind of keep us in it.
Mhm.
So if I pronounce it wrong, just correct me. We'll keep going. But
Awesome.
I think with that, we're going to start episode 1, Meet Me in Purgatory.
Yes.
Ew.
So our story takes place shortly after the events of Mass Effect 2. Commander Shepard and his gang have done the suicide run, and we kind of take off right after that. So the galaxy is clearly in some level of turmoil as we're kind of dealing with the fact of this imminent kind of Reaper threat, while other factions still kind of deny that it's a thing. We have different groups that are still focusing on kind of interspecies and intergalactic politics. And kind of life is thrusted into this kind of new, not even era, just new time. And everyone's kind of dealing with it and coping with it in different ways. All of you have kind of had many adventures throughout the different planets in the universe. And you all recently have received messages over a period of time directly. But even before that, you felt like there was this kind of sixth sense that was kind of going off in your brain, as if maybe you were being watched, maybe you were being monitored. You just always felt like something wasn't fully right. And then messages started to appear. And these have all gone to you either directly or through different people or groups that you actually work for. And these messages have all kind of talked about an opportunity. And for each of you, this could mean anything. It could mean something as simple as credits, excitement, adventure, maybe a new life, a fresh start. Perhaps, even to some of you, it might even be a chance to be a hero and save everyone. I'm gonna leave that all up to you of like what specifically these kind of messages have been, but you feel like you've been kind of reached out to and more or less screened, and you still don't really know what it's for. But after some time, these messages, these communiques, these kind of strange moments that you've had stop. And everything goes dark. You figured maybe it was not meant to be or something had happened, and you kind of continue to move on with your life. Until recently, a simple message has appeared. Meet me in Purgatory. And it gives you a specific date and a specific time. And whether or not you really want to assume or lean into this in any sort of particular way, you just find yourself naturally being called, drawn, bound on the Citadel. The core of galactic space. Yes, there we go.
There it is.
Nice.
And as you all arrive to the Citadel, or perhaps maybe have been here this entire time, we're going to open up. We're going to go up in a different fashion because we're just playing for fun and I don't have to worry about live entertainment, which is nice. So I'm going to roll a dice.
Okay.
Volk, Kirk? Kirk?
Yes.
You have made your way to the Citadel. In particular, these messages that have kind of been coming to you, what specifically have they been promising you? What specifically has enticed you to finally answer the call? Why are you finally meeting whoever this is in Purgatory?
They offered high price for credits. I tend to take jobs that pay well, so I thought I'd head up to the Citadel and see what they had to offer. The price was too good to pass up.
Yes, indeed. And as you've made your way to the Citadel, unfortunately, as a Krogan, you've found that traveling even to a space that is deemed open to all, being a Krogan, especially in this period of time, has been difficult wherever you go. And no less so than Citadel. So as you've made your way here, it wasn't long after you left the docks that you were randomly screened by CSEC, and now you find yourself in CSEC's offices, waiting in a room by yourself, as you've been told to just momentarily be here for one moment.
One of these days, it'll get better. I know it will.
The door opens, and in walks a human male in CSEC uniform. And excuse me, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but Mr. Kirk, is it?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. I seem to have lost the paperwork. What exactly are you doing here on the Citadel, if I might ask?
I'm just visiting, just trying to get some supplies so I can go and travel around the universe.
I'm sorry, you visiting or are you getting supplies?
I'm getting supplies.
Okay, so you're not here to visit.
No, I am not.
So when you said just a moment ago that you were here to visit, you were lying to me? Is that the case?
I don't know what kind of manipulation tactics you're trying here, but I am just trying to get my supplies and get out.
Can you go ahead and roll for me?
Damn, dude.
Can you do your Can you do your diploma?
Yeah, I got you.
And I believe you have
A -3 in diplomacy.
yeah, you're a
Jesus.
Krogan.
Yeah, that makes sense. 6.
Great. I'm sorry. I just thought of something. Can you wait one more moment? And he leaves.
It's never easy, is it?
A decent amount of time goes by, at least 20, 30 minutes as you continue to sit in this room.
Oh my God.
Do you do anything? Right now, it's just you sitting in a chair.
There we go. Okay, sweet.
Oh, I'm just waiting. I'm used to this kind of harassment whenever I travel, and just kind of.
Sure. Can you roll your willpower for me real quick?
Yeah. $13.
Okay. Yeah, it's starting to build up a little bit. The frustration. You, despite being a Krogan and having larger lifespans than most other organics, time wasted is still time wasted. But it takes about 25 minutes, and the door opens up. It's a different person. I'm sorry, Mr. Kirk. Is it?
Yes, Mr. Kirk.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just took me a minute to get here. I'm sorry. If you could just please tell me why you're here on the Citadel.
I've already answered this, and I've had it. I'm just here to get some supplies so I can be on my way.
Oh, perfect. Supplies to be on your way. So you're planning to be in the Citadel.
I will be out very quickly.
Perfect. And I just want to make sure, are you aware that you have brought your weapons to the Citadel?
Yes, I have.
And was there anything particular you were planning to do with this? And he kind of has two people bring in your giant Krogan warhammer. You understand that we're reluctant to hand this back over to you.
I can see where you would be hesitant to, but I assure you, I just carry my supplies with me, and I just need to get it and get out.
Can you do another diplomacy?
Oh, I hate this so much.
You're trying. Yep.
Oh shit. With my modifier at the 0.
Great.
Oh my god.
Change.
I see. Well, we're going to have to temporarily hold this. You can get it when you're about to leave.
Well, then I'll see you very shortly.
Great, excellent. Here's your ticket. It gives you like a kind of a voucher to collect your weapon back.
I'm trying really hard to get my food.
Go ahead and roll your willpower again.
Oh. Okay, that's going to be 14.
Okay, it's building, but you understand that you're literally in the heart of CSEC. This doesn't make any sense. But you just kind of grin it, bear it, and it's like, yes, okay, well, please. And then, of course, if there's anything in particular that you need, you're always welcome to come find any CSEC officer. We'll be happy to assist you. Welcome to the Citadel.
I just nod and walk out.
Oh, that's hurt. Well, I better get going.
Is there a meeting place, they said?
Purgatory.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sweet. So I know exactly where that is. I'm just going to head over there.
Okay. So now
I
having...
really just want to get in.
Sure.
We'll find out what this is and get out.
Sure. Okay. And as you kind of leave your weapon behind, you proceed to go to the direction of Purgatory. We're going to cut. Unless there's anything...
You're really good at this, Bert.
Unless there's anything
I
to
really
do.
hated you right there.
Good. Great. As you walk, we fade. We fade back into the wards. It is one of the areas that's probably more impoverished than some of the other sections of the Citadel. Recently, there's kind of what looks like to be a trend, which is more and more kind of refugees and migrants are kind of moving to the Citadel, as it seems to be a central hub for activity. It's not overwhelming, it's not crazy. It just seems to be an influx of people kind of coming to the Citadel. And the wards, of course, are more crowded than other places in this particular ward, as a lot of kind of lower income residents, more or less, live in this particular part. And we open up on a small, kind of privately owned medical facility that treats the local area. And as a female, elderly human is there. Oops, I lost my sheet. She enters the room as Valor is there. Valor, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you said you had to leave today early, but there's just one more patient. Would you be so kind to take a look at them? I need to finish the inventory.
Of course. Send them in.
Yes. Oh, thank you. And as she kind of leaves the room, in walks a female human and a small child, also human, a little girl. She's like, I'm so sorry to bother you so late. I know you were leaving, but I wanted to just. She's had this bad cough for over a week, and I didn't want to come in, but it's just she's not sleeping, and I have to work so much. And I didn't know where else to go. And
It's okay. Calm down. Let me run a scan.
thank you.
Go ahead and have a seat over there.
I run using my Omni tool, I'll run a health scan.
Sure.
A special thing just to identify any problems.
Sure.
Typical doctor fare.
Sure.
So-
Can you go ahead and roll your medicine for me, please?
Sure.
Oh, yes. Sure.
11.
And then that's with your.
Oh, plus 8. 19.
Yeah. So at
I'm
first
about-
you're like, wait a second, and it was like it just said this is a common cough, and you're like you were about to brush it away, and then you like take a little bit more, and you're like, no, this is just the signs that she's showing, the kind of the redness of her eyes. You see that there's this strange pigmentation of her skin underneath her neck, and as you kind of realize that this is like nothing to be incredibly alarmed. You don't need to quarantine this child. You have a simple vaccine that could solve this and fix this, but if they hadn't come to you, probably within a matter of a couple days, this child probably would have died.
Ma'am, can you give me some history on your child, where they might have been in the past few days, where they might have acquired this? Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you this vaccine, but I would like a little more information from my records.
And you apply the vaccine?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yep.
And the kid, you can see like his color starts to come back to this child's face. They're instantly kind of, as they were slunched over, stand up now. Sense of relief is clear on them. Clearly the mother's relief. She's like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. My child is a good child. She clearly stays at home, and she wouldn't do anything or go anywhere that she's not supposed to. Can you go ahead and roll and do your spot for me, please?
Sure.
Or, I guess, yeah, spot. Sorry, I'm in Edge of the Empire mode.
Sure. 19 plus 3, so 22.
As she's saying this, she kind of, you can definitely tell that the mother, like, firmly believes that, like, no, my child is a good child. She doesn't go out. She stays where she's supposed to. But the look on the child's face instantly, like, looks to the ground and is, like, completely avoiding her mother's eyes as she's saying this. And from, again, as a Solarian, you've spent a lot of time, particularly, though, with non-Solarians and kind of understanding their little like kind of micro expressions and things, and what you're understanding is this kid is clearly not saying something that his mother does.
Interesting. Right.
Or her
Ma'am.
mother does.
Ma'am, I know this might be a difficult time for you, but may I ask you to just step out, just so that I might run some precursory tests, just to make sure that your child is healthy. Routine. It would be nothing more than 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I would like to be here when my child is. No offense, but I'm not going to leave my child unattended.
Completely understand. Ma'am, if it's all right with you, may I just speak with your child for 1 moment?
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
Okay. Oh, interesting. 10.
She's like reluctant, and she doesn't leave the room. She just kind of like steps off to the side, so she's like right at like the door entrance.
Okay.
So she's giving you like a little bit of space, but
Okay,
she's
okay.
clearly there.
Cool. So I'll kneel down to the child's level and say,
Hello, my dear. Hello. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
That's good. Now, I want to make sure that you don't run into any trouble in the future and that you don't get sick, okay? So, can you please tell me what happened? Maybe if anything strange happened to make you sick.
Can you roll your gather information for me, please?
26.
Oh, dang. Dang.
Master Gatherer.
It's like
So-
a crit, isn't it?
She just looks at you and like looks over at her mother standing at the door and like looks back at you and kind of like leans forward to like whisper in your ear, but then she kind of like looks at you because you're a Solarian, and she's like just kind of like to the side. She's, sometimes we go hang out by the docks, things into broken houses, and we were down, threw rocks into holes. Some people got really they shoot us, but we hit something. So when I started to get sick,
Thank you for telling me. Now, you're not in any trouble, okay? You're not in any trouble, you're okay. I just need you to tell me where the docks are, okay? And don't go back there again. But you're not in trouble.
Go ahead and do your diplomacy now at this point.
Okay, diplomacy. Okay. 8.
She's like, oh, no, I won't go there. I won't go there again. I understand. She like just kind of completely ignores the first part of the
other half.
question.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I dismiss them. I stand up and in a louder voice say,
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for getting your daughter here. Please, just try to keep better tabs on her. And as for you, child, make sure that you tell your mother where you're going, okay, at night. And just stay safe.
I keep perfect tabs on my child. She's at home all the time. I don't know how
Of course you do. Of course you do.
and I shoo her out and I
Yeah.
start closing up.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you do while you're closing up, or you just kind of do the routine?
I kind of turn off the lights,
Sure.
lock up, some of my sort of samples and equipment,
Mhm.
lock the door.
Okay.
Yep.
And you kind of lock up. You say goodbye to your coworker, the doctor, and do you head straight? What do you do? Where do you go? You know that you have this message. You know that it's around this time and where to go. And as having lived on the Citadel for this long, knowing where Purgatory is at is common knowledge.
Sure. It couldn't hurt. I've actually never been to Purgatory myself, but I decided to head there.
Sure. And as you head there, we fade out. And we fade in to the Alliance kind of section of the Citadel, as George Nickens you are kind of there talking to one of the Alliance operatives that you've been sent to talk to. And it's not long after that a representative of the council appears as well. They're kind of meeting in not official quarters. It's still a room within the building, but it's kind of off to the side. And they sit down. They go, we just want you to understand that the importance of what we think that this mission means. And we understand that you've been contacted and we feel like scouted for something. And though we think that everything seems to appear to be on the up and up, we're not fully sure on what this operation is, and we need you to gather more information on it.
Will I be going by myself or will I have a team?
You, yourself, will be going in. You will be a sole operative. I'm assuming that you will encounter other people there. Your goal is to infiltrate, observe, and if it goes well, your orders are actually to oversee this operation. You need to fully comply with it and understand exactly what is going on, and if both Alliance and Council resources have been spent efficiently.
So the council is already aware of it.
Yes. They specifically had members of the council that requested you be assigned to this mission. It's important to note that your Spectre status is intact. However, we hope and want you to maintain discretion on this and use it, obviously, to when you need to, but it's... If the galaxy knew that we were assigning a Spectre specifically to this, we just, in addition to everything else that we think is going on, we just want to avoid any sort of entanglements. So use it. Obviously, your status is still there, and you operate under those requirements. But just how you present yourself to the individuals that you're meeting is up to you.
So not even the other Spectres are aware of this, not even Commander Shepard.
Correct.
Good. What's next then?
Well, if we have deciphered this message correctly, it didn't seem too hard to figure out. You're either meeting at Purgatory or you're meeting here. That's probably where you're meeting. So I think it's best if you go and see what you can learn. If you have any particular questions, obviously feel free to ask.
No, I have no more questions. I'll just be on my way.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and keep us reported of your findings.
Thank you.
Dismissed. And as they kind of leave, the Citadel representative and the Alliance member kind of go back. The Alliance member kind of goes back into the farther of the facility. It seems weird that to you would know that this is having spent time in both the Alliance and now as a Spectre. It's not unusual for these kind of situations to arise, but kind of clandestineness comes natural to a Spectre. But in this particular, just something seems weird about it to you. But you have your orders, and is there anything particular that you do?
I'm still walking towards Purgatory, or
That's where they told you to go. Yeah.
do I have comms of any sorts?
You'd have your communication equipment. Yeah.
I want to contact forget his name. Udina. If it's possible.
Okay. You go straight to, at this point, council member Udina's office, and it goes to his secretary. Yes? Council member's office, how may I help you?
Yes, this is Commander Nickens. Of course, you know I'm Spectre. Just curious if...
Yeah. Okay, yes.
I'm curious to wonder if Dean is here.
You're talking to Susan, the secretary. This is... Okay, we just tell everyone... I'm sorry, you asked for...
Just wondering if Udina's in.
Unfortunately, he's out for the day, but I actually had... Wait, I'm sorry, you said your name was what, Spectre?
Nickens? George Nickens?
One moment. Oh, yes, I see. I will try and reach him. He says that if you were to call, I'm supposed to contact him. I will try and reach him. I think he's unavailable at the moment. But is this the best channel to call you on?
Yes, it's totally fine. If he can't reach me now, just let him know that I'm wanting to speak to him, and he can get back to me when...
Of course. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to sass you. I know that you and him are on... I just... if there's anything else that you need?
No, that's it. That's all.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you. And I just walk to my way to Purgatory.
Okay. We're going to cut. And as you're kind of walking, leaving this kind of Alliance section, we open up on a different bar. It's not Purgatory. It's one of the maybe less nice bars of the Citadel, as Malovia. You're in a club. There's music. It's super dark. Everyone is kind of like the nightlife of the Citadel, more or less the night cycle of the Citadel is starting to like come there. So you've been here for a while, which is like one of those people who went to a bar maybe at happy hour and it's just bled into when everyone else is there. So you've had a few drinks. You're sitting there, and a sorry waitress comes up to you. Did you need anything else?
I am doing wonderful right now.
Great. Okay, I guess just please let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Are you sure? Okay, alright. She just kind of leaves and looks at you. Okay. So you're there in this club. It's like happening after a while. It's getting around that time when you know like you had gotten that message. But you're kind of just lost in the music and the drink and kind of the moment when you hear as like a chair kind of like slides out and you just can almost before you know it hear and feel the sound of like a body sitting in the chair next to you.
I look over.
It's
side eye it.
It's a human male.
Okay.
What's up?
Hi.
What's going on?
You know, just passing the time here.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm watching for a while. You want to? You want any end of the world?
End of the world.
You seem like the person that likes to party.
Perhaps you and I have a different definition of party. I'm curious to hear what yours is, though.
I mean, it's the end of the world.
No, with the Reapers and everything, and
Go ahead and roll. At this point, let's see. I'm trying to think if you would have
knowledge of current event.
do knowledge streetwise
Oh.
if you have it.
Ooh, I don't.
Okay.
So just my intelligence.
Just do your intelligence.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
Okay, great. Right, that's 17.
Okay. You're unfamiliar, and it's again, you've been drinking for a little bit. In your you take a moment when he keeps kind of saying this phrase like end of the world, and it's like taking a moment to realize he's like not talking about events, he's talking about like an illegal substance. And you it took you a minute, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, because it's not something that you ever experienced like in your particular like time doing anything, whether whatever. But you're kind of like putting it together. It's like, okay, you don't know what the effects are of this thing, like how it's like ingested or whatnot. But you're kind of picking up that he's trying to sell you drugs.
Listen, I appreciate the offer, but if you can't tell by my distinct Turian appearance, I just namely stick to drinking. I'm not someone who ventures outside of that. I find that drinking quells everything in my system that it needs to do.
Go ahead and roll.
All right.
Do your diplomacy on this.
Okay. Ooh, yikes. That's a 1.
He scooches his chair forward, like, does one of those like, yeah, no, I understand. You don't want to
Oh, gosh.
participate in that. Maybe there's something else you can be interested in.
Well, I guess I'm curious. What do you have in the... Do you have any... Look, there was this special kind of wine on Halibin that it's very hard to come by nowadays, especially in the Citadel. Perhaps you have some of that I might be interested in.
Go ahead and roll. Do gather information on this one.
Okay. That's a 17.
Oh. Yeah, no, I I kind of scoots the chair back. I see. All right. Yeah, no, then I have that. He kind of mumbles as he's talking. I don't know. Like, check. It's like a fancy drink. Go to Purgatory or something. He kind of like gets up and leaves.
Rude. She finishes her drink.
Sure. Is there anything you want to do though while you're here in this other establishment?
I guess see if there's any other Turian agents that I might know here.
Sure.
Because I would like to not be seen by them.
Sure. Okay, go ahead and roll your spot.
Right. That's a 21.
Okay, you look around. You don't see any other Turian agents. You definitely see that there is a woefully out of place C-Sec officer who's like undercover, but he's like, everyone has just like avoided him. He's like in a corner by himself, like not even like the servers have gone by over to him. Everyone just basically goes, that's a cop, and everyone's fully aware of it.
I'm gonna go over to him.
Okay. Hey. Hello.
Hi.
Person?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a nice night we're having.
Listen, I am going to offer you some tips here. First of all, you need to... People don't wear leather jackets to bars anymore. That's such a giveaway.
He like looks at his jacket. I mean, it's pretty fashionable. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, very fashionable, along with that button-up shirt. Definitely looks like you're ready to have a great time here. Definitely not suspicious.
Are you looking for a good time?
Oh,
Are you offering to sell me a good time?
Malovia signals the waitress to come over.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, you need a drink first before you're even gonna try to do this. She orders the 2 glasses of Turian brandy.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's like, I see. All right, yes. Great. So we are just a couple of people having a good time
Here.
in this bar. I'm sorry. Cheers.
I'm gonna give you some advice.
Oh, is that what they're calling it nowadays? Advice?
Oh, dear.
I'd like...
Listen, I know you're undercover. It's very obvious.
Good.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to roll for him, actually.
Okay.
You just see sweat just like pouring down his forehead. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. I'm just gonna give you some helpful life tips then. Just be yourself. How would you be when you would go out with your friends? Say you were here with your friends. How would you enjoy yourself or spend your time here?
I don't get... we'd probably just sit in the corner and drink and smoke a cigar or two.
Do you have a cigar on you?
No, I don't have a cigar.
Oh, then I would recommend next time bringing a cigar, treat this as you would any outing because you're out here to have fun and do work at the same time. She finishes her drink and then starts drinking his because she sees that he really hasn't touched it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Be natural, yes. You also notice he's got like a fat, like, just the mustache, like just like the biker cop mustache.
And lose the, please. I'm sure you can do. At least invest in something a little better, or just don't use it. It's a little too obvious.
I see. Well, this is. At this point, go ahead and roll and do your diplomacy on this.
That's a 1.
Okay. You know what? Sorry. You know what? I don't need to take this. And he like gets up and he's just like, I'm out of here. And he like storms out.
Oh, I want to get his attention real quick before he leaves.
Sure.
Excuse me, real quick. I chase after. I finish his drink, kind of quickly, try not to stumble, walk after him.
Yeah.
Listen, gentleman over here, olive suit, hood up, trying to sell something, and then she leaves.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna roll for him. He believes you. Okay. Cool. So as you kind of leave, are you heading to?
I'm heading to Purgatory. Yeah.
So as you kind of like, you see this clearly undercover officer kind of like look over and starts to move in the direction of the kind of dealer that you just kind of point in the direction to. You walk out and we fade. So then we're going to open up.
Cool.
Yeah. We open up at the docks. Jessera? Jaizira. Jaizira. Transport to the Citadel took a little bit longer than you thought. It was quite a kind of queue that had formed of ships as they're kind of moving in and out. So you kind of had to wait, kind of a holding pattern. The ship that you're in starts to get a little bit warm. The recycled air just isn't kind of quite doing it. There's a lot of crowded people there. But finally, after a decent amount of time, the shuttle parks, lands, and people start to kind of shamble out of the shuttle that you're on. You know that with this delay, you're pushing it pretty close to the time you were, at least the message had given you. But the sense of urgency is your own. Whether or not you kind of think about things as you're getting out of the shuttle. You're there, and this is now you're seeing the entire Citadel kind of before you, and as you're in the dock. As people are filing kind of through customs and going kind of into the Citadel proper. What do you do?
So I get out, look around, observe my area. I'm looking for the Citadel Information Center.
Sure. You clearly see it, as there's a terminal there, and an AI or hologram just pops up. Hello, welcome to the Citadel. How may I help you?
I'm looking for information on this message that I received.
I'm sorry, you received a message from the Citadel?
I don't really know where it came from, but I think you can help me.
Of course, please. Give me access to the Citadel or the message that you received.
I hand it to her.
Okay, so kind of like transfer over. Ah, yes. I can't seem to understand where the origin of this message came from, but it seems to be indicating Purgatory, which is a local place to visit here on Citadel. A nighttime life establishment.
Yes, I don't quite care for nighttime establishments.
Oh, if you're interested in so many other things, the Citadel has plenty to offer. There are such
No.
things as the Batarian Gardens and the the Krogan Arachni War Memorial, and
No, thank you. I will make my way to Purgatory. Thank you.
and so she kind of like signs off by giving you very clear directions on where to go, to how to get there. So it's kind of like a map is like downloaded to your device, and so you clearly know where to go. And like as you're kind of leaving this area, you see like as this little small Asari child like runs up to you. Oh, hello.
Hello, child.
You can go ahead and roll your actually, roll your spawn on this for me, please.
Take your thing. Whatever feels good.
7.
Plus
Okay.
you spot, right?
So
He's
yeah.
anything.
I don't have anything,
Okay.
so 7.
So you don't really see much. It's just clearly a small girl who's wearing clothes that don't seem to really match any of like the other people around. But also, you just got off a shuttle, so you don't really doesn't seem fully out of place. Clearly, this child is by themselves, and she's kind of just staring at you. Quizzically. Hello.
Hello?
Credits?
Credits.
Do you have credits?
Oh, I see. I pull out the little bit of credits that I have. Give it to her.
Really? That worked for me?
I mean, you seem... I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you look a little forlorn.
I don't know. I'm not 4. I'm much older than 4.
That's not what I meant. It's okay. Take it. Take what I have.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you just kind of see as she looks off, she's like, "No, stop!" And like, go ahead and roll your spot one more time.
8.
You can't tell where she's like calling off to. You kind of look around. You don't see anything else, but clearly she's like communicating with like other people in the area. She's like, "No, I guess we don't have to." Thanks. And she's like, kind of like runs off.
Can I run after her?
Sure, yeah, totally. No, you said you gave it to me. And she starts to
Wait
like
a minute.
run faster.
Wait, hang on. Who are you talking to?
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
My diplomacy. Okay, that's 11, plus I have 3 and then
Okay.
4.
Okay, so she like stops. I was talking to my friends. We were just going to. They're my friend. It's okay. You said you gave it to me. You gave it to me. It's mine now.
You're acting very strange. What's going on here?
Just you gave this to me. This is ours now.
Ours? Who is R?
And at that point, you kind of see as like a few more kind of like urchin children kind of like pop out of like shrubberies and pillars and stuff, crates and stuff. So you see that there's about 4-ish kind of small children here.
God, miscreants.
Oh.
All right.
It's mine.
All right. Calm down. It's fine. I see what's going on here. You can take the credits. But where are your parents?
Just kind of, as you say that, they all kind of just look around.
Oh, I see. Okay. Listen, do me a favor. Take those credits and get you something to eat. Okay? Don't get into mischief.
Roll diplomacy one more time.
15 plus
Okay.
7.
Oh shit. Okay, like you say this and like goes to heart. You don't know what they're about to do with these credits, but like, yeah, like you can tell. And as they kind of just like, okay, come on. And like they all run off. Like a small little like Solarian boy just comes up and just like looks at you and like runs off.
Oh.
Well, okay. I make my way to the Purgatory Club.
Sure. So, as we fade out from that, we fade back in slowly as all of you slowly start to arrive here at different times. It's not a big deal. You make your way into at least the front area of Purgatory without any problems. So you're all kind of in this club now. It seems very similar to just where you were at, but it's at this point, nightlife is again starting to kind of roll in. It's not super crowded yet. And you're all kind of in here together collectively, but none of you are actually around each other. I need everyone to roll for me, please, and do your spot. Oh, sorry.
Holy shit, my spot's.
Yeah, I really made you.
That's legit.
Not good.
Yeah, 17.
13.
6.
I'm just double checking. It's plus the total bonus, right?
Yes.
24.
Sure.
Got 11.
I may be under the influence, but I'm still real good at spotting.
And then you. So Volk got a 17.
Yes.
And Malovia got a 24.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys
Damn.
instantly come into this thing. Malovia, you're again. I mean, you might have been drinking a little bit, but some might say that you act a little bit better. You're like a
Yeah.
functional drunk sometimes. So you like look around and you're like, all right, this is definitely way more classy than the place that you were in before. So clearly that wine that you're looking for is
Oh, I'm gonna
definitely
get
going to be here. But you're kind of looking around. You scan again the group of everyone. It's a little hard to make out everything, and this goes to everyone. It's dark. It's, the lights are purposely turned down. They're starting to pump a little bit of like fog into the room to like kind of really give it that, that club light, night life.
Club light.
Blah, blah, blah.
I can barely see.
But you look around, and you're kind of like making an assessment of everything and everyone in here. You just assume that you've gotten this message, but you're probably not the only one to have gotten this message. Similarly, Volk, you've spent plenty of time in clubs. Most of the time it's been either being hired work or for a brief stint you were a bouncer, but it wasn't as quite punchy as you would like. So you've kind of, you're familiar with this scene. You look around and you specifically see that almost out of place entirely is a Solarian. And you're on edge because, maybe not on edge. You just know Solarians for what they've generally known to be to your people.
I mean,
And
we
he-
saw what just happened to me.
Mm-hmm. And in particular, he didn't change out of it. So he's wearing that kind of like doctor's clothes. Similarly, Malovia, you notice the same thing. You notice there's an individual who's just wearing, they're not scrubs, but it's like, whatever, I guess.
It's kind of a lab coat-y type thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys have both noticed this. And for George and Jaizira, getting it. This isn't your scene. You don't really like these kinds of establishments for a lot of reasons. And so you just kind of grit your teeth as you come in and you're hit by it. George, what's your experience with clubs like this, if anything?
Am I RPing or?
Yeah, you can, or just in general. This is just more information. How are you reacting to coming into Purgatory?
Well, it's not something that I would imagine to go to meet at something dire and important, per se.
Sure.
So I'm instantly like, huh? Like,
Yeah, why this?
why this? Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
And as you guys are kind of there, I'm going to react with Volk, Malovia first. Do you do anything as you see this kind of scientist-y Solarian walking around?
I walk up to him.
Sure.
I quickly get a wrinkle drink.
Sure.
And then I just chug it down and I
Okay.
walk over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely order a drink before I head
Sure.
over.
Sure. And then Valor, did you order any sort of drinks when you get out here?
No, I'm not really familiar with the scene, and I feel a little out of place.
Okay.
So I didn't think to do that.
Sure. Okay, so you're just kind of like, we'll almost say that you guys got there first, timeline-wise. You got your drink, and as you're kind of like there assessing, just walking in is this person. He takes a minute, doesn't do anything, and you guys both approach.
Well, look at this.
Meets me in Purgatory, huh?
A Krogan, a Turian, and a Solarian walk into a bar. Sure, that's a joke that's been said a million times.
No kidding.
I don't recognize either of you as patients, and I never forget a face. Can I help you?
I'm presuming that we are all here for the same reasons.
And
I'm
what
making-
reason might that be?
The message, my friend.
Meets me in Purgatory. You look extremely out of place.
True. So, do we know then, if you two got this message, has anyone else received it?
Well, I can assume that us three are not the only ones. It seems to be some kind of team assembly or a group meeting of that sort, so...
I already know I'm not going to like this mission. I'm going to
Oh,
work with a Turian. You know, they took my battle hand.
Putting that aside for a sec,
Oh, sorry, Solarian.
no, I can understand you wouldn't like me either.
putting that aside for a moment, the message that I received said the mission was medical in nature, and not to be offensive, but I cannot see either of you operating in a medical capacity.
Well, I'm sure whatever medical thing this is will require some sort of bulk, and that's why I'm here.
Yes, and I'm known for my sharp eyes, so look at that. We're already forming a great little team already.
Look at our strengths coming together.
Fascinating.
I'm just going to inquire with you both. You don't know the person or company who sent this message, right?
I don't. But the price was too high to pass up.
What's it? You guys both roll your spot.
See this
Now
crazy
that's-
info happening.
Roll it with advantage. So anytime you roll with advantage, roll it again, and you take the highest number.
Oh, that's 16. 16.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you. You're seeing
kinda
a
hard to
weird assembly, but it's with advantage, so you can roll it twice, take the highest.
Oh, that's a 20.
20. Wow. So plus 9, 29.
That's
Sure,
So-
everybody in the bar is noticing
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah.
So you got a 29, and what was the highest number that you got?
16.
Okay. So at this point, you both would have seen now this weird assembly of a female Turian, a male Krogan, and a male Solarian.
That's right.
Yeah.
Immediately, you're just kind of going into assessment mode. So you're like, okay, both of you get the feeling that, again, probably not the only people that got this message. And this clearly seems to be like one of them's in a weird scientist cloak, not holding a drink. The other two are. So they're the vibe that they're giving. Okay, so from your military kind of training, you understand that like this is a weird collection of people that's assembling, which sounds like a team. And you kind of were like, okay, this is a team situation presumably that you're walking into. From your kind of experience with similarly, you're like, okay, this is like a team that's being assembled, but also from your brief kind of stuff of learning from when you were in kind of a similar situation that you're in right now in regards to like Purgatory, like a club, the fact that like one individual is dressed the way that he is and is not drinking, and like they all have to look like they're just meeting for the first time, because you spend a lot of time like watching people and faces and interactions, that you also know that like this is the first time that these people are meeting. You're kind of putting two and two together. Whether what you guys do with that information is up to you.
I feel like we're
Continue.
causing a lot of attention. Might want to go get a booth.
Yes. Here's Solarian. Let me get you a drink. What will you have?
Well, anything that won't poison me, I suppose.
All right, water. Water it is. I mean, frankly, I don't know what you drink, so if you would... But I'm sure we're rubbing alcohol. Doctor joke.
Expected.
You see, you guys go to a booth.
We go to a
We
booth.
need to go just get out of this limelight.
I look for like the corner of
Sure,
corners. Just
sure.
like,
They're all taken by other party members, like other small groups. No, I'm just kidding.
that's fine.
You always-
that's fine. I walk up to the one in the corner and I like,
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
out.
There's a point. Excuse me. And like they
Get
look up.
out.
Go ahead and roll your intimidation for me, please.
Oh, this is gonna be
holy
good.
shit. That's really good. That's a 22.
They like don't even say anything. They just look up and see that it's a croak. Get out, and they're like, they like leave their just like scurry the
I
buck out
start
there.
drinking their drinks.
Yes, perfect. Can you do a reflex? Or no, I'm sorry, a fortitude save for me.
Fortitude
You've
save.
been consuming quite a bit.
Drink a lot, yeah. That's a 21.
Yeah, you're fine. You're just living it.
Maybe this might be water?
I'll scan it just to be cautious.
This is a great
I run a
team.
gentle scan with my Omni
Yeah,
tool.
it's definitely there's like a full bottle of water there that's been unopened.
Confirmed to be water.
More business.
In Purgatory, please. With Krogans.
She drinks.
So as you kind of see this group of like people leave this booth, and these three individuals sit down. Is there anything that George or Jaizira is doing?
Oh, I basically get up, start walking over to the Krogan, because I see that may cause some bit of a problem. The Solarian. I want to get in and sort of disperse
Sure.
any trouble.
So you guys see a Asari approaching you. You want to describe what you look like? I don't know, or not. I don't know, because Asari can have different colored skin.
Purple.
Purple. So you see a purple Asari approaching you. Go ahead. You've entered the group.
Hello.
Let me guess. Mysterious secret message that sent you to Purgatory.
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I hate clubs.
So then who are we still waiting on? A Batarian, perhaps? A Vorcha? Elcor? Volus? Human? I mean, there have to be more. And at least one of these is going to be a plant. I'd stake my reputation on it. A plant from whoever summoned us here.
Is that a joke?
That's not that I'm aware of.
Malovia finishes another drink.
And there's a lot there, yeah.
I'm feeling the separation from my background. I just really want to pick it up. Just leave this city.
Okay, so I think we should figure out why we're all here.
Well, I think first we should at least introduce ourselves if we're going to be, well, working together, it appears.
If we're going to work together, we need to all like some, not the right word, but we need to at least have some sort of trust.
Krogan, sweetheart, names first, then we'll develop trust. Well, my name is Malovia Canis.
My name is Valor Rao. I have a right award here in the Citadel.
Oh, an award.
A medical ward.
Calm
Oh,
down.
award.
Oh, I thought you
thought
said an award.
I said, oh, how presumptuous. You have an award. Congratulations.
Well, I do have numerous awards, but that's not
All right.
here nor there.
Anyway, I am Jaizira. That's all you need to know.
Yes, and I am Vop Burke.
Are you still just
And
gonna?
I will be keeping you all alive soon.
I walk over and immediately see a Krogan. And I say, well, I see the whole group. And I say, I see you guys got the same message.
Valor, here's your human now.
Oh, wow.
Do I recognize? Are you wearing your Spectre? Like, do I recognize that he's?
Well, I have the armor.
Are you wearing your inside armor?
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Oh, then
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, now and we have a Spectre involved.
Well, fantastic.
Wow.
You're not. No, you're not Commander Shepard. No.
No, I'm not him or her or
You don't know the gender?
no.
No.
They-
Must be a Zay.
They keep it classified.
Were you sent? Was this some kind of? Why are you here? The council sent you, or what?
Well, what did the message say to you?
Meet at
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
And as everyone kind of instinctually goes to their devices to be like, I'll show you my message. It's like everyone noticed there's actually a new message there. You've all ting 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 been hit.
Oh,
Check that message.
did you get that?
And it says it sends an image of it's literally all of you kind of together right now in this moment. and then like all of you having kind of different locations on the Citadel. So you, when you were in like the medical section, you in the previous bar, you at CSEC, you when you had gotten off the docks, and even you when you were kind of coming out of the Alliance building that you were in. And it just says, you've made it all this far. Let's see whose journey ends here and who truly is a VIP.
What is this?
Did it say anything of who sent it, or just that?
Nope, just the message.
What are we supposed to take from this? VIP. Are we supposed to
Go into the VIP area?
It's a good point. Good possibility.
Or are we supposed to kill each other now?
I don't think they would do that in a public outing such as a
It
club.
was a joke.
Question.
I can't
Mass
tell
Effect
you.
question. Is
Elaborate.
Arya still kind of the runner of Purgatory? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, yes.
Great. Have I? Actually, I've been to Purgatory often.
You've probably been here, yeah.
I immediately head up to the VIP section.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. So without kind of saying a word, the Turian just gets up and starts walking straight to the...
Okay. She going to get more drinks?
I'm assuming she's going to go to the. I think you should follow her. Probably what this message wants us to do. Is to
I think this is a trap.
Agreed. If we stick together and it is a trap, perhaps we'll be able to work together. Perhaps we'll kill each other.
I have
We'll
some
find out.
rage I would need to let out. So if you
need
could
to
All right,
we
I
need
get
to
up.
do that here. We'll just
Yeah,
go.
I follow as well.
Yeah.
Balovia, you got up first, so you kind of already are making your way there.
Mhm.
As the rest of the group kind of is like, okay, gets up and goes, you're kind of moving to catch up when a group of individuals steps in front of you, and they're all Solarians, and they're all kind of block your path.
I look at Volk immediately.
move.
It seems strange because they are giving off the signs of intoxication, which seems weird, right? But there are certain things that they can consume that would make them potentially, it's very specific to Solarians. So there you see them as they're kind of like there, and that one of them just starts pointing at the Krogan and just
I dare say, it's one of them. He's here. I can't believe it. Haven't you all died off yet already?
My character starts panicking.
Last chance. Move.
go ahead and do your intimidate.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that is an 18.
Okay, all right, let's see. The one that's in front, which clearly seems to be the one that is like the only one that is, everyone else, the two behind seem to actually be a little bit more like,
Yeah, no, this is, we're just celebrating. Don't.
and they just kind of mutter themselves as they look, and then they stop and they look at you and they're like,
I shrink back behind the Krogan. Hide.
and they continue to kind of walk off.
I was ready to throw that Solarian.
No.
Come on, let's get out of here. The faster we find out why we're here, the better.
I walk forward.
Okay.
I kind of anyone in my path, I just kind of like
Yeah,
push
there's
them out
like
the way.
people start clearing a hole. They see a Krogan, just
Yeah.
like kind of, and they're like, "Oh shit!" and they move.
I just walk directly in his wake behind him.
We're gonna make a great team.
Malovia, you would have gotten to like the VIP section first, because this kind of took them a minute to like get there. So you get there and there's a bouncer. I'm sorry, there's a private event.
Yes, I believe I'm being expected for this private event.
Okay. So you have some sort of invitation.
Yes.
Would you like to produce said invitation?
I step forward. Excuse me.
You're not there yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sorry. That's right.
Listen, Special Turian Agent Balovia Canis here. Surely your boss is in there and will recognize a Turian of my stature and beauty and would know that they have requested me here. So let me just stand over here and wave. It's not necessarily a formal invitation, I should say, but rather instructions.
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
Okay. Guess who's really good at everything but being charismatic? Oh, that's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Oh, you're saying it as you're saying, we're just waving there. Oh, there they are, right? And you're just kind of
Yeah.
assuming the sail, and you don't even let him respond. You just assume the sail so much that you just walk
She's
past
been
him
in bars before. She knows how to do
and
this.
go, and like before he can even like do anything, you're in. You're in the VIP section. He's about to stop you where he turns because he sees this group of 4 individuals. No, I'm sorry. This is a closed-off VIP section. You are definitely not allowed up here. Please go back down to the bar.
We were invited.
I'm sure everyone's invited.
I pushed the Solarian in front.
To your day.
Oh, excuse me. Of course. Let me produce.
I produce from my Omni tool the message that says VIP.
I think this might be the clearance that you're looking for to enter into this section.
Just looks at like the message and looks at you. Someone sent you a message that says, "Who truly is VIP?" He's like, it just says the word VIP in it.
Yes, I mean, isn't that how this works? It says VIP. This is VIP.
Is this a joke? You guys are cut off. How much have you had to drink?
We're VIP.
I wouldn't upset the Krogan.
He looks forward. He's like, "No, you're not."
Oh, God.
Yes, we
Oh, no.
are.
Excuse me.
Go ahead and
excuse
do
me,
your
sir.
intimidation, but you're gonna do it with disadvantage.
Melovia's just kind of
Another
watching from the
20.
inside. She's seeing if they can get in first before she needs to step in.
She's really
Oh,
trying to
shit.
hold
the
him
one,
back.
The one is a 20, but that's not with disadvantage. That's still going to be decent. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16.
He's like, "Okay, fine, prove it." He's about to like throw you out, and it's like, I don't understand. The vibe you're getting is he's backing off because the Krogan is big in his face, but he's still not letting you through. He's not kicking you out.
One of our members is already in there, so you might as well just let us all in.
Yes, because that's sound logic. Who's your friend that's already in here?
You see the Turian over there?
He looks directly. Everyone, please leave.
It's like, will you leave or?
Yes. Please leave. So far, you've shown me a message that says it's just the words VIP in it. You're trying to bust your way in. You say that you apparently know that person who I'm about to deal with in a minute. And yeah, am I supposed to just let you in? I'm sorry.
What species is this person?
They're probably like a really huge human male. They're like
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger style.
Can my character step in?
Sure.
Diplomacy?
Sure.
Excuse me, sir. I'm really sorry for my friends that I don't really know, but I have to apologize for them and for myself, but I promise you we mean no ill will. We just would like to Aria.
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
Oh my
Shit,
god, that's
that's
a
a
natural one.
Natural 1.
Oh, no.
Plus 7.
Cool. So normally it'd be an 8, but a natural 1 in my games, automatic fail.
Yeah.
So he's just like, first off, she's not in today. Second of all, you can leave right now, either on your own, or I'll have someone carry you all out.
I walk by him and
Oh.
push him.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Here we go.
Bar
Go
fight.
ahead and roll for me, please.
I don't think you can carry a Krogan.
2 Krogans. You got 2 other Krogans. Go ahead and roll your... I'm going to have you do your intimidate again.
Oh baby, that's a 19.
Okay? You should do it with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, no?
No, that's fine. I'm just asking.
I didn't want me to do
No,
disadvantage.
no. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
So you kind of like push your way through, and like you like get past him and are in, and he doesn't like immediately go for you, but at that point he like goes and like pushes like a button, and like a field goes between the door and everyone else on the other side. He's like, "I'm gonna deal with your friend in a minute. You need to leave right now." And he like pushes a button. He's calling security to like come up here.
I'd like to use my AI hacking.
Sure. Go ahead.
Let me just make sure I've got. Just pull this up. Basically, I think I can. Turns enemies synthetic or mechs into allies.
Yeah. So he's definitely a human.
Oh, I
If
meant
you
I
have-
was just gonna. Or
If you can hack.
oh, I can hack.
you
Yeah, I have
have
the
hack,
hacking
you can
skill.
just hack the
Great.
security door.
I wanna hack the security door in his skull.
Sure.
Cool. What do I roll?
You just do your hacking, yeah. T20. It uses the hacking skill.
That's a 15.
Okay. You're like pushing it, and it's like it's like you're only able to either shut down one of 2 things. You can either shut down the actual kind of field that went up, or you can stop him from like making a call that he's about to make.
I'm gonna stop him from making the call.
Okay. He's like, I said, why? Why I hate Mondays? And he just like gets so mad. But you guys are out there, and he's like now confident that you guys, the four of you. No, sorry. Yeah, the Krogan came in.
Yeah.
Sorry. 3 of you guys are on the other side of the wall. He's like, better not be here when I come back. And he turns around and starts coming after kind of the Krogan.
Are there other VIP members in this VIP?
There sure
lounge?
are, but you haven't looked yet. So go ahead and roll your spot.
Yeah. Sport. That's a 10.
Okay. All you really see is the people that are right next to you. There's a female server female, who's like serving drinks. There's only another human and a Krogan. And you see like another Asari that's like kind of off to the side. But you kind of just did a quick look, and that was it. And now you see that this bouncer's like coming straight at Vol. Okay, well, while this is going on, does anyone want to do anything? What is somebody?
So who's it?
So just to give you guys context, we have Volk, who has made it past. He kind of brushed his way past him, made his way in. I don't know what exactly you're doing. We have Molovia, who is inside already. You just kind of made your way in, presumably like
Hanging out kind of on the edge.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we have Jazeera, Volor, and George, who are like outside of the VIP section. He's put up like a barrier so you guys can't really cross it. And the bouncer's like moving towards Volk.
To be honest, Valor is thinking like, man, why am I here? Why did I even come here? I might head back, but maybe, just out of curiosity, I want to open that recent message that was sent and see if I can sort of decode anything about the sender, the location,
Sure.
anything that might be even in the immediate vicinity or any information.
Sure. Go ahead and use your hacking skill as well.
Okay. Which is just for 20.
Okay. You kind of decrypt it a little bit. You can't really see like the origin. It's like a weird, you're getting a lot of blocks, but this message has definitely come from inside the VIP section. And so clearly the person is here. And it wasn't done remotely.
Is this guy still walking up towards me? Do I
You
see
don't
him?
know, 'cause you
I don't
kinda
know,
walked
right? I'm
past
walking
him.
right by him. But
So what are you doing?
right now, I'm coming in and I'm kind of surveying. I like pull up. I'm just like kind of surveying, see if anyone's like, I don't know, suspicious or
Roll your spot.
just because I figure they're here.
Sure.
Nope, I see nothing. Actually, that was a 13, so I got a really good spot. That's insane.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see the same thing. You see that there's a human and a Krogan and an Asari working behind, female human working behind the counter of the bar. There's Asari off to the right. The one thing is you're kind of looking, you see the Krogan, and it seems strange because the Krogan, obviously you have a sense of when you see a Krogan, you kind of size him up. This one seems about, he's not bigger than any sort of other average Krogan, but he's wearing like this really strange kind of like fur, like cloak. You can't really tell what kind of animal it is. It's one giant animal, but it's just like this weird kind of garb that covers up the rest of his armor and everything else.
Is it boy?
Yeah,
The boy, because they're mostly all
mostly
boys.
dudes, yeah.
What are you doing, boy? Are you afraid of who you are? Are you ashamed of it?
Oh
What are
my
you doing?
God.
He's like standing right next to the human. The human kind of looks at him. He's like, "What? What are you?
Why
what
are you covering?
talk-
Why are you
what
covering up your arm?
Why are you talking to him like that? Why are you talking to him like that? It's just the human who's talking.
I'm sorry. I was talking to the Krogan.
Yeah, you're talking to my friend. What are you talking about?
I just want to hear Krogan to Krogan why he's he's wearing this and not just being who he is.
Maybe that's what he likes to wear. Have you thought about that? Who are you? What are you doing?
Do you speak? Do you speak, boy?
He doesn't speak.
Do I see this going down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in and just try to I bring over I take some drinks from the bar and
Sure.
I bring them over.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I am
Hello.
I am so sorry for the rudeness of my friend here. He's very new to VIP sections and
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
diplomacy. That's a 14.
Okay, so you kind of you see like he takes a moment as you're like, first he notices the drink that you give him. He's like, all right. And then he kind of looks up and notices you and he just kind of like tilts his head. He's not fully understanding what's going on here, but you can tell that he's kind of like sizing you up a little bit. And he's like, okay, all right. At this point, the other bouncer shows up. He's like, and he goes to like put a hand on
This
Volt,
guy.
and he's
No,
like,
he's-
"You need to leave." And he kind of pauses for a moment. And he goes, I'm sorry, sir. Are they with you?" And he kind of like looks over at Malovia, and he goes, "Yeah, they are." So you can just kind of shoos him off. I'm sorry. We got off to the wrong foot. Maybe it's better if we just kind of introduce ourselves. Who are you?
Well, my name is Malovia Canis, and this is...
Walk Kirk.
And I am Toby Ingham.
Imcam?
Ingham.
Ingham.
I'm actually going to change that. I don't like that last name. I'm Toby Sprott.
S.P.
R-A-T.
Toby Spratt.
And what's your Krogan's friends?
My Krogan friend's name.
Oh,
I'm sorry you can't speak. I was rude of me to assume that you could speak. I should be respectful of people who are mute. I apologize.
He goes, well, that's mute over there.
Oh, God.
Well, you're looking for somebody. Are you that person?
I think you found someone. He kind of says it. Even though you say it to him, he's looking at Malovia.
And I believe our three other compatriots have unfortunately met their hard times with a door.
Kind of looks over in your direction.
Hello.
Go ahead and do diplomacy one more time.
Me, yeah.
I'm gonna do it with advantage.
Okay.
This is why you must feel like you have
Oh,
to wear a
a
coat
17.
to give you some sort of voice. I apologize for being
This
so
entire
sensitive.
time that you've come, he's just stared at you. It clearly hasn't said anything, but he's just looking at you, like just
Sizing
staring.
me up?
No, just
Oh.
staring like straight into your soul, kind of more or less. Like it just
17.
he flags. At this point, the barrier goes down. The bartender or the bouncer's like, "Yeah, just don't make a mess." And he kind of lets you guys all in.
thank you. Wait, I just walked.
So you guys are now have access to the VIP section.
I hate
Does anyone-
bars.
So at this point, this entire group is now surrounded. You see this person. He's a pretty handsome human for human standards. Kind of like dark hair. He's kind of wearing kind of clothes that seem appropriate for VIP, but almost like he also doesn't really care. It's kind of like he wears this normally, but it works. You all notice that this Krogan is wearing again this kind of fur. Kind of, if I could give him some sort of like fan casting, I'd probably say it's like a young Harrison Ford, maybe.
The Krogan? Like, that's what
No,
he's
the
wearing?
human.
No,
Oh, the human.
That's
This
what I thought
Krogan
you
will be like
meant.
my young Harrison Ford.
I was like, he's wearing, like, I thought you were
Like
saying
young
he's
Harrison
wearing
Ford.
He's wearing a suit, young Harrison Ford.
Oh, damn.
Wow, this is quite a group you got here.
It's quite a group that you have here.
Just me and Mute. Stopping by in Citadel for a little bit.
You send a message?
Sorry, say again? Who are you? I'm sorry, it's rude of me. I'm Toby. Who are all of you?
I'm Valor.
I'm Jazeera.
I'm George.
Some fancy armor you got there.
Yeah.
Just walk around with them.
Well, I didn't know I was coming here for something that was dire, so I was
Jesus.
coming ready.
Decided to you just showed up in the bar not knowing that you were going to there. So you blacked out and you showed up here.
No.
So there was a point though from the time that you left wherever you were at
I've,
and here where you could have changed.
I could have, but I was I was ready just in case.
Is there a fight going on? Ready to be concerned?
Apparently there almost was. So.
There will be if we don't find out what's going on here.
I'm just having a good time. I'm very confused, but down for whatever's going on, I guess. What can I do you for?
I would like to look at the photo and see the angle at what it was taken. The angle of how the photo was taken from us, and see if being close to this table,
Sure.
I can see the booth
Yeah.
where we used
Smart.
to be.
Can you do electronics
Smart.
for me, please?
Oh boy, howdy I can.
Boy, howdy.
That's an 18.
Damn.
It's definitely been sent from the VIP section, but it looks like it was taken from like the corner of the room. So it's kind of like the dark corner looking down to where you're at.
Is there anybody near that dark corner?
Not as far as you can see
There's
right
only
now.
like 4 people in here, right?
Yeah.
He says this.
Oh, gosh.
We know you're in
We're
here.
supposed
Lower
to.
your
Oh.
voice.
We're not mad. We just want to know what you want. Okay. Not going to talk.
Go ahead and roll your. I don't know what this is.
It's not real. Probably charisma in a bad
yeah,
way.
it's charisma in a
not
bad way.
very-
Do your diplomacy on this one.
Oh
Sorry.
Charisma
god.
in a bad
Oh no. Shit, that's a 1.
Yeah.
Unnatural 1.
Oh,
Unnatural.
gosh.
No, there's no response. At this point, finally, after you've said this, like, the Krogan hasn't, like, blinked at all. It's just, like, he only blinks, like, one eye. And he's just doing everything he can just to stare at you. And he's just blinks one. Instead of, like, blinking them both, he just blinks one.
That's really gross. Fascinating.
And then, like, does the other one. So it's like he did basically
Like,
Keeping an eye on
keeping
you
it literally an eye open at you at all times.
Need some eye drops.
it's okay. He is mute. He cannot speak.
Don't mind me.
I'm going to step
I
forward.
thought
May I
his
scan
name
him
was
really quick?
mute.
Sure.
I didn't know he was
Okay.
mute.
Sure.
I'm just going to run a
Named
health
as-
scan on him.
How?
Just more out of curiosity. I mean, sure. You can take the Solarian out of the lab, but you can't.
Yep.
Yeah. Solarian.
Makes sense. Let's do your.
Would it be medicine?
It'd be medicine, yeah. If you're trying to do a medical scan.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right. 27.
Yeah, so you scan it. You just kind of like
Just
Fuck.
stand him. Oh,
Don't.
gosh.
Especially near the eyes, because that's,
Yeah,
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 you want
the
to get
eyes.
it up close.
and it's the first time he's stopped looking at Volk and just kind of looks over at you down as you're scanning him. Do you do anything?
No, just keep scanning.
It's gonna take a minute.
Melovia just like sighs and like shakes her head.
Yeah. Stowie's like, I'm sorry. This is all rather amusing. He's just looking at you scanning his friend. I'm sorry. Should I order shots or something? I'm confused of why we're all here. But if we're here, I guess you finished your scan.
Right.
It seems like clearly there's been some sort of like damage that's been done to this Krogan's kind of like vocal cords. Which is weird though, is you notice the abnormality behind it is Krogans are able to regenerate the body parts.
Right.
And something is preventing this from regenerating.
I don't come to bars very often, but maybe I should. This is fascinating.
Oh my gosh.
So is there anything you do with the information that you got from the fact that the picture was
She walks over to that, or is there, I guess,
It's like a corner, yeah.
so that corner, or is that corner near the bar? Or,
It's like relative. Like you gotta walk a little bit, but it's like if it's overlooking down the club, like the common floor.
Yeah.
It's like just this dark corner of like the bar that's like looking down.
Melovia makes her way to the bartender, actually, behind
Sure.
the bar.
Sure.
And she says, "Great work you're doing right now. Some few extra credits your way. If you can tell me who was standing in this. Sorry, I'm supposed to be meeting a friend here. They said they were over in the corner. Not in the corner right now. And so, mystery date. Very fun. I was wondering if you could tell me who was over there recently.
Actually, go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
Gosh, I think I need to add some more. I keep doing diplomacy checks.
Yep,
I'm gonna
you
need
do.
to add a diplomacy buff. Oh yeah, that's a 5.
No, I'm sorry. I can serve you a drink. Would you like something to drink?
She doesn't need more drinks.
I'm sorry. Is there something that you wanted?
My patience grows thin the more I'm in this club. I really just want to figure out why we're here and get out.
That's not really. So you're good on drinks.
I don't drink. I
Cool.
am under
big,
oath.
Big tipper tonight. Okay.
Above game. What was the message say again? What was the last one? Did anyone
Said,
write it down?
You've all made it this far. Let's see whose journey ends here, and who truly is a VIP.
Olivia grabs a water and tips her like 50 credits,
Sure.
or a good amount of credits, and walks over to the corner of
Sure.
where the photo was taken.
Sure. As Olivia's walking over there, is there anything in particular that Chizera or George want to do?
I'm just observing who's in the area because I just got here.
Sure.
and I don't know who's.
You do a spot check for me. Is there anything that you want to do? I know this is like literally the last place that you.
Yes, and I'm getting more and more uneasy the more and more I'm here.
Can you do a willpower save for me?
11.
And then whatever your willpower score, it's at the bottom.
Oh, willpower is at the
No. Sorry, it's about right here.
Oh, 3.
Okay, so like a 14. So yeah, you're getting frustrated, but all of your training is just you start to kind of repeat a lot of mantras and things that you've kind of learned through your training.
Breathe in.
I
Breathe out.
I grab a wrinkle from the bar and I would like to. I think the message is telling me that we need to. This person just wants us to be in this moment until they are ready. So I grab a drink and I sit down next to Toby and Mute.
Sure.
And I just sip it and I just stare at Mute.
It's going to be okay, Bruce.
You saying that as now he's finally stopped looking at the Solarian and just looks back. And your spot, sorry, George, was
22.
Okay, so you kind of are looking around, you're scanning, you see this Sari that's kind of sitting off in the corner that no one's approached. You're looking at the bouncer who's clearly upset, who's like still like pushing on the comms, trying to figure out why it's like broken. And you kind of look over to where Malovia is heading, and kind of as she's walking over there, you kind of see this outline of an individual that's still in the shadows as she's approaching. We're gonna cut to so you kind of see it.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Do you say anything or do anything?
The only way she could hear me is if I yell it.
Yell across the room. Yeah. Nobody has changed or exchanged comms or anything.
Yeah. I walk over there too. Then I can't.
Okay. So you start walking in that direction. You're there first, so as you're kind of approaching in this corner, you're kind of like looking at like the angle where the picture was. You're like, all right, cool. You just see an individual emerge from these shadows. You're taken aback as the size of this creature was not at all what you were expecting. As a Volus emerges from the shadows. You've made it. This is so good. It took you long.
Malovia just takes her water, just shakes her head at it, and puts it on the side table.
It's so good to see all of you here, finally. After so much time watching you.
What is your name?
Oh, you may call me the Grand Master.
Of what?
Everything.
Okay.
Listen, Grandmaster, I'm just curious on why. I see that this was a test of some sort. Us getting into a VIP section of Purgatory was so impertinent for you to see our skills.
Yes.
Pertinent. Okay.
You discovered the message and learned how to get here and broke my crackable riddle. And figured out to be here in the VIP section.
If it was uncrackable, we wouldn't have been able to crack it.
That's why you are, my assessment, the best.
Do I see him? Or-
Yeah,
At this
are
point,
we?
I guess, yeah, anyone who wants to see this person at this point,
Yeah.
he's clearly walked out of the shadows. It starts to like kind of move with you back to the group. Oh, hello. It's so good to see all of you here.
So
Is Toby now part of this conversation
Yeah, he
too?
looks over and he's like,
yeah, as I head over there, I just said,
You may not have a voice, but the voice is on who you are on the inside.
and I walk away towards my missions.
go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
Hey, yeah, is this the voice is on the inside for you?
Oh no, dude. Oh no. That's a -1.
Oh, God.
He might not have a voice, but he has saliva. So he just kind of like spits on the ground and then like gets up and starts to like walk out. And at that, Toby's like, I guess Mute had as much as he could. Well, good luck. And with whatever this is, and he like kind of leaves to it.
Bye, Toby.
Goodbye, Toby. He's learning to communicate with us, so he spat. That's good.
This is all very entertaining. I'm sure the Volus knows all our names already,
I
so
am not entertained.
why
Let's
did we
cut
not
to the chase. How
Precisely.
big
Yes.
are you promising those credits that you've sent as a message?
Everything that I promised you in the messages will be given to you. Credits, chances for medical advancement, times for a new life, save the galaxy, all of this and more.
I'm gonna roll. I want to roll to sense his motive to maybe sort of discern, perhaps
Sure.
by body language or whatever,
Sure.
how viable that is.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, sense motive. Well, it's hard to tell because he's in his suit and he seems to kind of be breathing a lot. But the overall sense you get is he seems very excited that all of you are here. And for the most part, even though all you know was that your kind of messages revolved around like medicine and like the opportunity and chances to kind of discover new things. And that's why, when he's saying all these other things, that seems not what your messages were about. But he seems to be pretty on the up and up.
Well, we're here. What do you require of us? I'm assuming some sort of big job. We have very many different talents here.
Yeah, well, I had a test for you, but I feel like you've already proven it. So perhaps
this
it's
whole
time.
evening has been a test
Yes.
of my patience. Please
Yes.
get to the point.
I won't waste your time anymore. You've all been chosen for a great operation, and if you're willing to see this through, I can take you to the next stage of this journey.
Carry on.
Great.
So
Follow
we're
me.
leaving then,
Yes.
by the gods.
Are we going off planet?
Well, I had something that I needed you to take care of here. It was, well, I'll find someone else to do it. It was Batarians and they were weapons. It's no longer important. It's time for us to move on.
Of course. Well, if we get to go off planet, I need to get my battle helmet.
Oh, I've already assembled that for you. I saw as I was watching. If we just leave, I will get it for you.
No tricks.
No tricks. And he kind of says that as he looks at the Solarian.
Not sure why you're. That seems a bit specious.
Oh, Jesus.
and he's like, follow me. And he starts to kind of like waddle his way out of the Citadel. It takes you guys a little while to get out because he
just-
has very short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like gets to a lift that like takes him down to the floor, and then he's leaving out of Purgatory.
Well, I even.
You want me to pick you up?
No, you don't have to do it.
He's very slow.
I've just met you, but I do feel that I trust you somewhat. All but one of you.
I look at me, that was it. Well, you'll see that I have nothing to hide.
Well, Krogan, I do like you.
Then it wasn't.
So he's proceeding to move out. Again, he's kind of moving at a much slower pace than you. So theoretically, even though he's moving, you could be like walking. Not everyone has to be like right up on him. So
Yeah.
is everyone collectively moving out of Purgatory?
I'm
I am.
hanging back
Absolutely.
and inspecting our specter friend.
Okay.
I'm still observing the area in case something were to happen, but I'm still walking slowly towards.
Sure.
The,
I'm just walking out.
I'm getting out of the club as fast as possible.
Sure.
The same song has been playing the entire time. It's
I
irking
really
my
like it.
nerves.
Yeah.
This is the abridged version. Okay, so basically, he seems to be taking you to the docks. He's kind of talked about how he's so excited to explain more, but it really has to show you instead. It's easier if you see it. It shouldn't be that long of a journey. Clearly, everyone will be compensated for their time. But this is a point where if you're truly interested in uncovering more of this mystery, or if you don't want to know more of this mystery, now is the time to he won't be any hard feelings. You can leave. Is everyone intrigued to kind of follow this Wallace a little bit?
I am.
Yes.
Reluctantly,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. He proceeds to kind of take you to the docks. Your weapon is given back to you.
Oh,
He proceeds to kind of get you aboard his ship. It's a transport. It's not like a heavy sort of fighter or anything like that. There's clearly enough space for all of you. And you guys leave the Citadel. And as you're leaving the Citadel and you're jumping through several relays, as you're kind of going through, you realize that where they're going, he's kind of trying to lose you, or you're trying to kind of. It's not a simple jump, I should say. But you guys have a a little bit of time to communicate with each other while you're kind of in this nice area of this transport while you're in space. But before we actually get into that moment, was there anything that anyone wanted to do before they left the Citadel? Send a message, do anything?
Just pack up my personal effects.
Sure. So everyone has all their personal effects.
I get out as fast as possible and feel.
Sure.
I was going to check my voicemails if I received anything.
Not yet.
Okay.
Meditation.
Send a message to my mother.
In particular, anything that says?
Just updates on what I'm doing.
Sure.
Just, hey, taking a job.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are on this shuttle then. We're going to cut a little bit in space, in time, literally. And you're moving, so you're just kind of in this, think of it as a little transport lounge. The Grand Master, as he's told himself, is kind of, he has a crew. He's flying the ship. He's kind of come in and out, and he's always told you, please, help yourself. And he's got like a wider range of, but he's kind of been, yeah, it's straight to it. He's kind of been a little bit in his own private quarters. So you're kind of in this communal area together, and this all seems like this has happened just so quickly, almost as if you were only from a purgatory that now you're here and going to quite literally you don't fully understand where.
I feel like I've loosened up a little bit, just being around like a motley crew of non-Solarians, which is kind of my typical job. So I go up to the Krogan and I say,
Oak, I can give you some pointers on Volus weak points if we happen to need them. Not that you would need them, but, just in case this whole thing goes south.
I pop out of my meditation.
Oh, this Solarian is you're quite funny. I like that is a good joke. Oh.
Past blood aside, I've always been a fan of Krogans. So hard to kill, even during surgery, mostly.
We try. Okay. You just lost. Okay, that was not cool. I thought we were going somewhere, and now we are back to square one.
Malovia walks over to George. Where are you? I feel like you're kind of maybe.
Yeah, I'm just preserving and cleaning my gun or one of my assault rifles. So.
Oh, what model is that?
Just to look at the name of it.
Conversation's a lot smoother.
It's Argus M55.
Nice make. Listen, no. I'm no fool. I'm a Turian agent. Surely the Citadel or Spectre has some desire in all this, and I'm hoping that you'll be upfront with us as much as possible.
Of course. I myself are a bit lost of what's going on. All I know is the message we've all received. Obviously you as well. And that's all I know. I'm searching for answers myself. That being said, I'm in it to succeed. Same as you. As well as everyone else here. Even the Krogan. But, we know how Krogans act.
Yes, we do.
So. But I have no ill will against anybody.
I don't hear that, do I?
No, it was just me and her talking.
Well,
are we close enough to hear?
You're close enough where you guys could have like side conversations, and it would be fine. But go ahead and roll your listen.
Okay.
That is a 22.
Yeah, you
Here's
definitely hear this. Definitely hear this.
I'd also like to listen.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll.
gosh.
13.
No, you do not hear. They're kind of talking.
Listen, I know we have
Probably
to
roll
work
as well,
together.
actually. 11. No.
So let's just keep it at that.
Oh, wait,
So he heard what
Okay.
you just said, clearly. Or
Let's be professionals about this.
I am being
Given our
professional.
history with our species, we're not like that.
I've known through past dossiers that I've studied over the years about Krogans, and I'm just taking precaution. That's all I am saying. Now, if you're not going to be like how I've read
Careful
based on
what you
history,
say.
that's all I'm saying. Just taking precautions. We don't want anything else to happen.
I'm trying to be very professional about this.
Go ahead and roll your willpower.
Oh yeah, I'm so professional. 22.
Yeah.
I'm the most professional Krogan there is.
I just say,
Let's just keep this as business then.
Of course,
Since we're going to be working together, we might as well be linking up our comm.
that is a good idea.
That's a good idea.
You're all synced.
I wonder what this Volus has in store for us.
Personally, I'm a little more curious about the Asari. The human, very obvious, some kind of agent for a high-up human institution. Soldier, that's apparent. Krogan, I assume you destroy things. Turian, of course. Stealth, subtlety, but also packs a punch when they need to. But the Asari,
Oh, thank you.
in good health, well-trained, but I can't get a read other than that.
You just based off just looking at us?
Well, sure, because you have your armor.
Right, yeah,
you
of
have
course,
your,
yeah.
and, yeah.
yeah.
Mine's obvious. That's impressive.
And you, like, working your way through the bar and manipulating people and that sort of thing. So, and you, I mean, you're Krogan, so it's obvious. But the Asari is the one I'm most curious about. And I vocalize that.
I'm meditating. What do you want?
Nothing for now.
We'll see in time then. I'm sure we all have other tricks up our sleeves as well.
I have
I'm
no
sh-
tricks, Krogan.
Based on my past, I'm assuming you are all also convicted murderers, correct?
Oh, well. Malovia takes a just starts pouring the Tyrian
How
brandy.
dare you?
Okay, well, that was a joke.
Solarian, how about you speak only when you have to?
I will say this: I don't think I've ever met a Solarian who has quite the sense of humor that you do.
Why, thank you.
He was funny and then you agree.
It's a bit hit or miss, honestly.
I'm sure anyone would think he was funny. They had their 50th drink.
Ah, the Asari speaks.
Can I get a read on? Because I'm an agent, so
Sure.
I'm sure I know some things. What can I get a read on, like what if she's wearing any kind of emblem, or if she's wearing any kind of distinctive clothing that would represent a certain group, or
Go ahead and roll your spot.
spat?
And then go ahead and roll your stealth for me, please.
All right, that's a 14.
7.
Okay. Would you describe? I guess she's gonna look, asking what you're wearing. Describe what you're wearing, and is there anything on your person that would give away anything to what you are?
Yeah, so I have plated shoulder armor, sort of medium armor suit. But on it, on the right side, it looks like something, like an emblem, sort of like an oath emblem.
I'm gonna have then Malovia roll and do your knowledge on this, and do it on history.
Great.
So
That is a 15.
you know that you've seen this symbol before at some point. Know it has something to do with, but at this point, maybe it's because you actually had a few to drink. You just know that you've seen it, but you don't quite remember where. But it had something to do with like Asari culture and like a particular Asari group. But the specifics are seeming to evade you at this present moment.
Great. Keep that to myself.
At this point,
Is there any like food? I'm getting pretty hungry.
yeah, there's definitely food.
Okay.
There's like a full spread that the game master, as
the Grandmaster.
the Grandmaster, has presented to you. Kind of speaking of, Volus comes out. The Volus comes out, and he's walking. Oh, good. We are here. I'm so excited. If you'd all come, I would like to show you it personally myself. And he kind of walks over to, like, as you've kind of gone through a relay and you're approaching like a planet that seems to be this weird, you can kind of tell as the sun's kind of beating on it, it's revealing that most of it seems to just kind of be covered in ice. However, there's these red pockets, almost as like volcanic activity. They're like punching through moments of this ice. So it's like these weird kind of display of this like fire and cold as you're moving closer. It's like, come, I would like to show you this and see how excited you are as I am.
Can I test to see if I know what planet it?
There would be no way you would know what planet this is.
Got it. Okay. Then I'll head over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as you're kind of approaching again, you're all seeing this planet as it's kind of getting larger and larger and larger, and the viewport. But as the shuttle is kind of moving around the planet, that's when you all kind of see that orbiting this planet is kind of lost in the shadows and lost in the darkness of space. But as you move around, you see that the sun is starting to kind of slowly reveal what this is. It's a structure. It's a structure massive in scale. Almost, some would say, about perhaps the length or size of the Citadel itself. Out here in space, and as you move closer, you see that it seems to be indeed some sort of space station or structure. And as you're seeing lots of ships and things going towards it, it's clearly under construction and almost seems near completion. And next to it is just, again, this huge caravan of shuttles and ships moving from the planet up into this station. He's like, oh, good. We're here. The real journey can begin.
What is this?
And with that, we're going to end today.
Oh, man.
Fantastic.
We've run out of time. Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
But,
Everyone has such great characters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like
Yeah,
you
it's
guys'
a
group.
fun little-
It's all right. Those Batarians will probably blow themselves up. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. No, this was great, guys. This was a lot of fun. I know this particular one, I think we'll probably have episodes be,
I think the
hours.
next one will be longer.
a little bit longer.
We have
and we got to fight and get
Yeah.
some stuff in
And
there.
we, like,
Heck yeah.
today we had to, like, finish up our...
Finish up some
Yeah.
sheets
Shit.
but it was good. You guys all very fleshed out characters. I love it. I'm so intrigued. I'm super excited. And let's find out what this weird thing that's going on here is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, thanks, Bird.
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
exciting.
Yay.
Yes, Bert.